What's going on, guys? Just came back from work. I was just kind of thinking. Well, I always say I'm fucking thinking, right? But essentially, what I was thinking about is just like being, 20 years old. Or at least for me right now, I'm 20. I'm gonna be 21 this year in July, so that'll be cool. But uh, I noticed that most people that us as young people tend to envy, or not necessarily envy, but we see them doing certain activities that at one point we would like to do. Like I see a lot of middle-aged men. Eventually we want wives, and most of them have it. Eventually, we want to be making a little more money, and most of them are. Having a business, and most men who own businesses, they're not young guys like us, right? They're not like 20. This a few, and it's really good for them, for those guys who got there. But what I always thought is, maybe as a 20-year-old and at this time, and I could be wrong or whatever, I mean, could be right, who knows, but maybe like being at this age, we're still a little too young, and not in the sense of maturity, and not in the sense of being able to intake things. I think once you get to around this age, you should start taking in a lot of information. That's regardless of the point. It's more of the impact that you have. Because right now, I know I'm me, Ivan Mills, right? But I don't feel like I am a somebody to someone, right? Like, I don't feel like, I don't want to say I don't have any importance in the sense of that, like, I'm here for no reason. I'm saying, like, I don't feel that sense of, I'm not necessarily providing anything for anyone at this moment. And I think that's something that we as men eventually are trying to get to. Eventually we're trying to get to the point where we have the family. We have people relying on us. I think that's a big thing that some dudes don't necessarily want to like or want to accept, but a lot of what makes guys fulfilled is that someone or something is relying on them. You have these liabilities. You have a child, you have a wife, you have a business, you know what I'm saying? So I think that getting responsibilities such as that, things or people that have to rely on you, is something that we will have to end up going through, and will inevitably upgrade us into the men who we want to be. But at this moment in time of being in our 20s and all these things like that, maybe it's not our time yet. Maybe we're searching too hard for a purpose, but I could be wrong, and I don't say that to mean to not look for a purpose and to not have goals. But I feel like in this moment in time, that at least for most, this is, of course, there's some who really do, but put that into whatever. But I don't know, man. When you're young, and I'm sure a lot of people who were in their middle age, people who are 30, 40, 50, or even, a little older, they're like, no, you don't really matter that much as in your 20s, because there's not much impact I can make at this moment. And of course I can if I really put my head down, and that's a different video too, is struggling with, taking action, and struggling through your goals. That's a video I do want to end up making, just on a relatable point. But yeah, essentially, I don't know, let me know if you guys agree that, like, at this moment in time you don't matter too much. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's more of you can't expect for all these things to necessarily come to you, or for these things to respect you, if you haven't really made the impact that you should, or that will inevitably come. But who knows, man? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Let me know. Like, I'll respond to y'all comments. Like, I'll do that. Give me some of your introspective. See if you relate to that or not. Because it's like, we're hungry for that goal, but we don't seem like people don't take us seriously. You know what I mean? Like when we walk in somewhere, of course some people do, but at least for me, when I walk into places, like I don't feel like I walked in there and my presence is there. You know what I mean? Maybe that's something I got to work on, but at least just for me, and I think it has to do with just being young, or not just being young, but being young and where your mindset's at, as opposed to being older and then where your mindset's at. So that's pretty much it. Just want to see if y'all essentially agree, disagree, whatever. I want to see what's going on. I kind of want to get a little bit more serious with this YouTube thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And let me know. I'll catch y'all.